I think it starts with finding out why there isn't a productive relationship.
It's usually just past miscommunication, not enough time with that individual.
Just spend time.
For me, it's all about time.
I would just try to meet for lunch, meet for breakfast, meet for some time.
Ask for time. Don't be afraid to ask for time. Your DVMs are really good at what they do, but they're not mind readers. I know I always had an issue with this myself. Up and coming in the business was asking for time for my division manager or my region manager or what have you, and it's okay to fight for that time.
The things I think would be important for you to share would be ask to get in the calendar. Share your intentions so the DVM knows where you're coming from. It's not just like, this is my intention of our meeting, but this is what I want to do for 2019. This is what I'd like to see. This is what I see for myself over the course of the next 3 years. I think those types of conversations can help you get aligned with your DVM.
And talk about the goals of the division. I would talk about goals of the division, goals of what the division manager is trying to accomplish at the current time, and how you can support those goals and support those things.
Stay humble. Trust me when I say that your DVM wants what's best for the division. They want what's best for you. Don't demand things and say, oh, we need this or we need that. The conversation, if that's what it is, probably is not going to last that long.
You can talk about your goals. Okay, that's fine. But try to bring it back to what is out there the division manager is trying to impact, and how you can be an impact on that particular on those particular areas, and figure out some places where you can make an impact, where you can start building a relationship, and then continue that process consistently.
Offer to give back. I love our coordinators in Cavalier because they're always willing to give back. They want to speak at team meetings. They want to speak at divisional events. They want to speak at conferences in the region. And I think this is important. I think giving back is a big part of leadership. I think giving back is a big part of developing oneself, especially if we want to be a leader on an events team or a coordinator and somebody who has that leadership role and or title.
What do you need to see from me? And be open to constructive criticism. Maybe there's some things that somebody's done in the past, or maybe there's some rubbing, if you will, between individuals that just wasn't healthy for the business that happened in the past. Like Vector, we're in the business of giving people second, third, and fourth chances, and that's what's great about our business.
Don't be afraid to bring things to the table, but just make sure that you do it in a respectful way.
If there's something from the past that you kind of hold a grudge, if you will, or if there's some kind of thing maybe with the DVM related to that, kind of got to give up the past in that respect. We're all going to make mistakes. We're going to make mistakes a lot of times. Josh can probably relate to this one pretty heavily. In the process of getting the event program started in the Lone Star division, man, I made tons of poor decisions and mistakes that Josh probably wanted to cut my head off for. He made some things where I was like, I didn't really agree with him either. But the end game is we both knew that we always had the greater good in mind. We were always trying to make decisions for that greater good.
Be open and honest with your division manager. Like I said, be respectful, but don't be afraid to share what's on your mind. But with that, what's working? What's not working? How do we want to move this relationship forward? Where do you want to see change? And more importantly, how are you going to change? And how are we all together going to change to make things better?
And so I think if you meet with the DVM, have those conversations, and then check in every so often, I think that's a good start anyways at forging that stronger relationship.